This is Beau, and I'm going to show you how we teach him to say no. I use a clicker to mark the exact point that he's done what I'm asking him to do, and a tiny bite of cookie as his reward. He's not completely confirmed in this trick, but he does know how to do it, and he will sometimes offer it up without being asked. So one of the things you have to keep in mind is that there are times when they will offer it up when you haven't asked, and it's important to remember that when you're teaching him the trick, to only click him and reward him when he's done it when he's been asked to. So the first thing we're going to do is find his tickly spot. His cue for this trick will be a visual cue. He will see my hand coming up towards his mane, just slowly with my finger, and that will be his visual cue to say no. Normally I will work with him without a halter on, just loose in the paddock, but the other horses were bothering us today and he's a little irritated, so we're going to keep him up with a halter. So the first thing we're going to do is find his tickly spot. So most horses, they can feel a fly landing on their back and they will shake it to get it off. So what you do is you find a little spot like that, that when you pull the hairs, just give him like 3 or 4 hairs and give him a little wiggle. He will shake his head to get the flies off. So when I find his little tickly spot, as soon as he shakes his head, I click him and give him a reward. I do not let him try to offer it up without being asked unless, there's no reward unless I ask for it. So he will start to learn by anticipating when he sees my hand coming up with my finger up, that is his cue to shake his head. So as he sees my finger coming up, the expectation is he's anticipating that I'm going to wiggle the hair, and that's his cue to shake his head. Sometimes he'll give me those little bobbles of his head as opposed to a good shake. When you're just starting out, a bobble is okay, but as he starts to get a little more experience and he understands what's being asked of him, I want a nice big, like you mean it, head shake. I don't require a full body shake, but I would like something more than a little wobble of the head. Now he's offering it up, but I haven't asked for it. He's being a little bit fussy today. And if he doesn't offer it right away when I ask for it, then I will reach up and actually tickle the hairs. And all I do is grab a few of the hairs and just wiggle them. That's all I'm asking for, just enough to tickle. Like I said, he can feel a fly landing on his back and wiggle his skin. That's all I'm looking for. Got a little bit of a bobble there, but he's not on his game today. So eventually, when he's not so fussy and paying a little bit better attention, when he sees my hand going up, that was what I was looking for right there. Very good, good boy. Flies are bugging him today though, so that makes it a little more difficult. Fly spray is your friend when you're teaching tricks, especially something like this where you're actually asking for some movement from them. And that's how we teach the shaking of the head no.